wake up, I like to hear something funny.
I listen every morning.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
They're rocking and rolling, so I like it.
Jeff and Jeremy here. It's Dumbass of the Day, brought to you by Peterson's U-Card. Have you ever tried to buy ready-mix concrete at a box store? I've never done it. You shouldn't either. Otherwise, you'll end up looking like a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass. Go to Peterson's U-Card on Augusta Road in
concrete. You have a nice little concrete film all over the back of your sedan.
What you need to do is check them out online. They've got everything for spring ready to go for your yard. They are at Peterson, the letter U, cart.com.
How pathetic can some people be?
I was taking a walk near my house recently, and I was at a traffic light, and the light was red, and there was a car at the light and a pickup truck behind it. And the light turned green, and the car didn't immediately go, so the guy in the pickup truck just laid on the horn. And I was walking right next to that truck when that happened, and it startled me. And I went, ah! Because you don't get to pick how you react.
I've been there.
Scared half to death.
Scream like a girl.
I know we'd all love to have Jason Bourne type reflexes. How many exits? I got the one where you just go, ah! The guy in the pickup truck sees how I react. He doesn't even bat an eye, just looks at me and goes, queer. Wow. Talk about judging a book by its cover. I get it. This novel screams gay. But inside, romantic comedy. What do you say to somebody that's not afraid to yell queer in the middle of the street? Like, that guy's clearly ready to go to war. It's not like I can be like, what did you say? And he's going to be like, oh, crap. Oh, well, I picked the wrong queer. This guy's crazy. They're supposed to be docile.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Truck drivers just exercising some freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
Cancel culture will take care of him. Vermont motorist is very upset because he is suing the Vermont state troopers. Gregory Bombard was arrested on February 9th of 2018. He was driving past Trooper Jay Riggin, who said he saw Bombard flip him off.
Oh.
So when he saw him flip him off, the trooper, Jay Riggin, turned his car around and pulled Bombard over.
Because that's what you do if you want to get pulled over. You just go flip a cop off and they'll turn around and they'll pull you over.
According to the complaint, Bombard denied that he gave the trooper the middle finger before he was pulled over, but only did so after the traffic stop. He mouthed off at the trooper, saying something to the effect of a-hole and F-you.
Okay.
That was in the complaint. Riggin cited Bombard for disorderly conduct and obstructing traffic. He also had his vehicle towed and held him at the local station house for about an hour for something that Bombard says he didn't do. Both charges were later dismissed, but he didn't let it go. Last week, he filed a civil lawsuit claiming false arrest, illegal seizure, and violations of his right to free speech. Why open this can of worms?
Well, he's very angry,
and then
apparently.
Why, when you open the can of worms, leave it open for many, many years?
He doesn't know how to handle his aggression. He probably needs some help with that. Some people, they get pissed off, they get mad, and they, drive through crowds of people. At least he just flipped the guy off. I mean, I'm just trying to look at the positive here. He's not very bright. Oh, no, I didn't flip you off. I had a scratch in my temple there. I had a little itch.
You a-hole? So F you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're forgetting that aspect.
I've never understood the whole plan of, I'm going to be the biggest jerk to this cop when he walks up to my window. I'm going to resist everything he says, and that's how I'm going to get out of this ticket.
Because then you get charged for disorderly conduct, obstructing traffic, and getting your vehicle towed. All you pretty much had to say was, oh, maybe you missaw something. I didn't flip you off, or something to those extent.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I really did, and I really apologize, and I'm sorry I'm taking you away from whatever you're doing.
I thought you were my buddy JW. I'm sorry.
And instead, you got a bunch of tickets,
And now,
big pain in the ass.
a bunch of tickets is not enough because he got them all dismissed. All the charges were dismissed. Okay? So.
And then he called the judge an a-hole?
No, but that's not enough. Like, the charges are dismissed. You got them dismissed. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything. Now you are going to sue the cops? Like,
he's really trying to drive the point home that he's being harassed.
Target on you for the rest of your life. I don't know what does. You're going to have to move out of Vermont.
And they didn't get you this time.
Right, exactly.
Win the war, not the battle. They know what you drive. They know where you live.
I have no idea what your plan is, Greg.
They know where you work. They know everything. So you just keep pushing. You just keep poking that tiger, buddy.
This is a case of persistency not paying off. Congratulations to Gregory Bombard of Vermont. You are Jeff and Jeremy.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, you cart, you save.
I told you the story about my babysitter when I was a kid before, and they lived in a stricter household than I did, and Krista, the little sister, I was friends with Brian, and Krista came in and she's like, "Hey, I want to play the game." She wanted to play Break the Ice. She always wanted to play Break the Ice, which was a fun game, but that's all she wanted.
This was the game that was, it was like a board game, but it wasn't a board game. It was a thing you put all these ice cubes in. You had these little mallets and you would tap ice cubes, right?
It was a fun game.
Try not to knock them all down. It was kind of like Jenga, actually.
Yeah,
but
very similar to Jenga. And she would always want to play that game. And I said to her,
this was your babysitter.
Yeah, no, this was her daughter.
Her daughter.
Babysitter's daughter.
Okay.
I was friends with Brian. I was in the same grade with Brian. I went to Brian's house after school and before school because she was my babysitter. My mom had to work. And I remember saying to Krista, I don't want to play Break the Ice. I'm sick and tired of breaking the ice. And Krista went, oh, and she ran and told her mom that I said sick and tired.
Oh, like it was a bad word?
Yeah. And the mom came. I forget what the babysitter's name was. She came and she told me, we don't say that in our house. I was like, what? What kind of people are you? You don't say sick and tired. There's no bad words here. Come on.
Some parents were such idiots about that. I just remember getting in trouble going over to my buddy Nick Mullen's house for saying the word sucks. That was not allowed in their house.
The quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers? Isn't that his name, Nick Mullins?
His name technically was Nick Mullen.
Oh, okay.
But I think we called him Nick Mullins. His dad was our high school basketball coach, Coach Mullen. Yeah, it was just Mullen, no S. But his name, it is the same name. So every time I hear Nick Mullins, I think of Nick Mullen.
So yesterday, we're coming home from school, and my daughter says, guess what? And yesterday we were talking about on the show, are we making our kids soft? And it was funny because it spoke loudly in this conversation I had with my daughter. Somewhere down the line of preschool and maybe a little bit of nudging from my wife and I, we have convinced our kids that the word stupid is a bad word.
Oh, sure. Oh, you're those parents.
So,
why? Because you don't want your kids.
It's not me. I use the word all the time.
No, I know, but you don't want your kids calling other kids stupid at school and getting in trouble for it. You're actually running a little defense there. That's not bad.
Well, and I think it was probably brought on by some of the preschool teachings and has just stuck.
Yeah.
So my kids think that is a bad word.
Yeah.
More so than button fart. I would trade button fart for
button
stupid
fart
any day.
Button fart.
Butt and fart.
Oh,
two separate words.
Oh, like
they use those words all the time.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to say butt as a kid. I had to use bottom.
I wish that we would have instilled that because there's no going back now, man. Everything's butt this, butt that. Look at my butt. Shake your butt around.
Funny though.
Too much butt. And it's all like cartoons and everything now. They're always talking about butts on cartoons. Yeah. Like cartoons are just extensions of radio morning shows because it's just butt and fart jokes. But the word stupid came up and it came out of the teacher's mouth. And she said, Cupid rhymes with stupid. She was just teaching a lesson, right? But my daughter says, guess what, Daddy? My teacher said a bad word today. I was like, what'd she say? She's like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to get in trouble. I was like, tell me. Couldn't be that bad if the teacher said it, right? She said stupid. I'm like, oh, God.
What have we done?
What have we done? We have made our kids so soft that they can't. And so I had to explain the meaning of context to her. I was like, well, she was rhyming it with something else, so it's fine, And she's like, well, it's a bad word. You're not supposed to say it. I'm like, well, listen, there are some things in life that are stupid that you can say is stupid. It's just you can't call other people stupid. Like, don't use it as a name, but use it as, if you don't like something, you can say, well, that seems stupid to me. Something along those lines. So we were asking people.
Ooh, that's tricky. So it's very gray then. You're okay with her calling something stupid, just not someone stupid.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where I'm coming from.
I agree. I think that's pretty good parenting right there. I'm no parent, so I don't take it for what it is.
We were asking people on social media, the social media network. What are words that you were told were bad when you were a kid, but you found out later it wasn't bad? James writes in, he says, bitch, because it does have legitimate meaning.
Yeah, but we knew that as kids, right? I remember that. That was my excuse. But I would never say that word around my parents.
Female dog. Come on, Mom. I was just talking about a female dog. I remember my friend Mario's older brother Rico called his sister Marissa a hoe. And Marissa went and told her mom, Mom, do you hear what Rico just called me? And she goes, very old school Italian family. She ran her beauty salon in the garage. This is way before pandemics. And she said, yeah, he called you a garden implement. And Rico got away with one.
805-543-3693. You can text the show anytime on the 805 beer lines. Live the 805 lifestyle. Go to 805beer.com. What word did you think growing up was a bad word that you weren't supposed to use, that later on in life you found out that, everybody uses it, it's okay?
Do you watch The Voice? I don't know how The Voice works. I don't know what the...
Well, the judges don't look at them when they sing.
Right.
And then if they like them, they turn around.
I know that much.
Yes, I haven't watched The Voice in a while. My mom loves to talk to me about The Voice. My mom is 60, in her mid-60s, and she loves to watch The Voice and then talk to me like I watch it. I'm like, Mom, I don't watch it. But I know that that Blake character... Blake Shelton?
Austin?
Is it Blake Shelton?
Blake Austin?
Is it Blake Shelton? Yeah, Blake Shelton. You know what? And I feel bad because I actually like him. And sorry, I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, not Blake Austin, Blake Shelton. The guy that came to the fair and drank with us and we had a good time. And I thought it was genuine. Of course, Jeff didn't.
No.
So you are into a lot of conspiracy theories, by the way. Just because you don't believe in Bigfoot.
An act.
Yeah.
That guy, come on.
No. Anyway, so he's on there. And I know Gwen Stefani, which I don't know if they're married or just going out. I think they're just going out. She was on there. The dude with the tattoos that dances, has moves like Jaeger.
Well, okay, what I'm getting to before you go through the resume of your knowledge of The Voice, is
that's all I know.
How do contestants bounce from team to team on that show?
I don't know.
Because yesterday I was doing
You want me to call my mom?
No. Yesterday I was doing somewhat of a deep dive on Morgan Wallen, and I because I was trying to find a path for him to come back as an artist. I don't see the path there. I know he's hugely popular. But if he's not going to get the support from the industry in which he makes music in, then I don't see how he can come back from hurling N-words outside of his house.
The video you saw was
after
me on hour 72 of a bender.
But on The Voice, he was originally picked up as a member of Usher's team. He was a contestant on The Voice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's how he was discovered?
Yes.
Oh, that's really cool
So
story.
he was originally a member of
He really
Usher's
screwed up.
team, and then later on, he was a member of Adam Levine's team. Levine? What is it? I don't know.
Levine.
So how does that work on that show? I don't know. Like, once you're on a team, what, they swap? Or they like, I'll do a trade with you. Is it like us playing fantasy football?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I was just wondering. But
maybe
being
at some
a part
point
of,
they can change.
what if something was
I think
said?
they added that after I only watched the first 2 seasons and I quit watching The Voice.
What if there were
All right, there's another show.
behaviors consistent to his comments outside of his house after a 72-hour bender while he was on Usher's team? And they're like, okay, you're moving to Adam Levine's team.
Why wouldn't he go to Blake's team?
I don't know. Blake probably didn't want anything to do with him.
Well, Blake's a country artist.
Yeah.
I would just think he would be with Blake.
I don't know. I don't know how this works out. But I was trying to find the Road to Repair. Oh my God. If that's not the title of his next album, I don't know what it is. The Road to Repair.
What happened to your spittoon sound effect? I want to hear more of that. Do we not have that anymore? Did we lose the spittoon?
I lost a bunch, but I got to be honest with you. I think Spittoon actually was a survivor.
Oh God!
Hey,
we just need it all the time.
Oh God, we could totally do this too. But hold on a second. Do I have Spittoon?
We got somebody on the phone that wants to talk to us. So
Wait, hold on. Wait, tell her to hold on just a second, because I mean I gotta find this. This is great. You say you want the Spittoon sound effect? I don't.
The video you saw was me on hour 72 of a bender.
Nice.
Right there. I mean, think about it. Like our sister station I just mentioned. They play these things where the artist come on and goes, hey, you listen to my latest single. Come on. I mean, that guy coming on. Hey, thanks for the fans for supporting me. I'll be coming to a fair near you soon. And you're listening to my latest single after I've learned a lot. It's off the Road to Repair. Thanks for I'm Morgan Wallen.
Thanks for hanging on. What did you want to say about Morgan Wallen?
So I think if you're truly like a country fan and someone that listens to your station, you guys say if you're tired of the safe places, I think he'll have a comeback. I don't think, most of us are rebels that like country and that like this station. You know what I mean? Like he took ownership of what he did. He says he's sorry. He took accountability. You know what I mean?
And
I think he'll be fine.
I do respect that. I think the way that society is right now, I see the path as being very hard. And
I totally understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm tired of society. I go with like the rebel side. Like I think, you know what I mean? Like
I understand.
I support him. I don't know.
I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing with Morgan Wallen. I make this joke all the time about country music. Miles Austin and Miles Austin is actually like he was a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. You see where I'm going with this. Morgan Wallen is just a name that kind of blends in with the rest of them, and he has a music career, and their country artists are a dime a dozen. If you've ever been to Nashville, you can walk down Music Row and hear gals that do great country music, and they're not being played on the radio. They're not signed to contracts. Where
Right.
the void for Morgan Wallen will leave, there will be somebody that fills that void. A Luke David or
I don't
whatever.
know what his fan base is like. I just know, what I heard this week in the news that, people were going out buying and downloading his music, whatever. So my argument was, and it's not an argument, it's just my opinion, is the only way he makes a comeback and stays in this industry and is more successful and puts this behind him, it's all financial. It's all about money. It has nothing to
But
do
also
with
if he
people
even wants to.
Well, I know. Well, it's nothing about
You know what I
people.
mean? If he's in the party, like if he's into the party thing, then he might not even want to come back to music. He might be going down that path.
But it's not about if
true.
people are going to forgive him or not. People will forgive. Some people will not forgive. But if enough people forgive him and continue to support him and his music, and he gets canceled by every record company out there, but one picks him up and he had success, he will be back on the radio. He will be downloaded again. He will be whatever.
Yeah, I think, in 2017, that might have been the case. But we've changed a lot in 4 years.
No, this country disgusts me. I'm disgusted with
from a
this.
public
I think
relations
when we went to
standpoint.
Mexico,
I know. It's like I am so disappointed.
It looked good.
In the last year and a
There's
half,
no such thing as
I have
second
never
chances
been
anymore.
more disappointed in something that I've only been so proud of my whole life. Never been more
I agree.
disappointed. But you know what? I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to, hopefully,
Me
it's
neither.
going to
Me
turn
neither.
around.
My husband was Army, so for us to see, he went to Iraq twice. So for us to see people disrespect the country, he has a whole another love for the country.
And the other thing is, I don't know this guy. I'm not defending him. I'm not defending his actions. But damn it, I know I've said things that if it ever got out, people would hate me for it. I know everybody has. Everybody has let something slip, especially when maybe they're under the influence. Everybody has said something they regretted, and they would be judged for. And just remember that.
Absolutely.
So, but it's not about that. It's about money. That's what I think. When we talk about will he survive this financially in his career?
And
Will
you
his
speak
career
so much
survive?
about the business side of things, but public relations is big business now. It's huge business now. And that's something that's a hurdle for him to overcome if he's going to maintain a career.
He might need a 9 to 5, but he might have a hard time keeping that if he's going to be drinking. So,
72 hours. I've never been at 72 hours, man. That's great.
I can't believe you said that. 72-hour binger. I'm like, you weren't just drinking.
3 hours.
There was
3
something else
days.
going
That's
on.
crazy.
Thanks for the call.
I mean, come on. You've never said anything that you regretted?
Options.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Options.
How many day bender
I
was that?
said that I've said plenty of things that I regret.
How many day bender was that?
I don't regret saying that. I just regret letting someone videotape
You
it.
know what? I think you're unfairly judged on your execution of the word options here, because I think it's all right.
That was after a 72.
Options.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Options.
It's when you
Hour
pause.
72 of a 72-hour bender.
It's when you pause and you have to think about saying it if you're saying it right the second time.
Options. Options.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Options.
that weird.
The video you saw was me on hour 72 of 72 of a bender.
Options.
93.3 KCOZ rocks.
Terms and conditions apply. Straddling the fine line between career and mental illness.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.